All right. I just want to make sure that everyone can see me, everyone can hear me. Unfortunately, it seems like at the most opportune times, there seems to be problems with the live stream on the laptop. I'm telling you, at the most opportunistic times. That's the only time it happens. Tomorrow I'll do a stream, no problem. I'll put the encoder, keep the settings the same, it'll work. I just don't get it. But I'm pretty confident that this will go through. I just want to give some time to get people to get in here, and then I'm just gonna say a few things. I wanted to also touch on electric universe theory that my friend actually has authored and is gaining traction after what they found recently, and then take calls, which could turn out to be quite interesting. All right, we got two people in here. Okay, so you guys can hear me. I'm just gonna wait out. Yeah, the electric universe. My buddy came up with a theory. He's actually gonna be on the show in 2 weeks, but I guess I won't have a show. Yeah, I'll have a show. Um, it doesn't matter. No matter what, no matter what I have to do, I'll have a show. So I'm not worried like people think I am. I don't know. I just have different values. I guess I don't know. I just care about like truth, and that's why I did that video. It wasn't a spur of the moment thing. And I'll wait till more people get in here. But yeah, but Electric Universe is very interesting, and not just a electric universe, but he believes it's a tetrahedral electric universe. Now, if you don't know what a tetrahedron is, I would look it up. It's extremely interesting. It is the largest geometric shape that can hold matter, and it is the only answer for how things can basically exist the way they do. Is they have to be made up of just a bunch of tetrahedrons, and which means that it would have to be like a electric universe. Obviously, my friend whose theory it is can explain it much better than I can. Um, but I just wanted to touch on it if we have time. Um, I'm sure there'll be a lot of phone calls. Now you might be asking, well, how are you gonna take phone calls? You're on the phone. But what I was thinking was I could do if you guys when you guys call in, and I don't know if I should wait till more people are in here to say this, but I'll just say it for now and I'll repeat it later. Whoever wants to call in, call in. I mean, there's one person in particular I really hope calls in. I mean, I think we all know who that is. I mean, we could settle this tonight and that's it. Um, because my video, I understand. I rewatched it. It looks like an attack to those who, like let's say I saw a video like that about math. My first reaction would be to, kind of say something to him, which, you saw at the beginning. That's all I was getting. And it seemed like right away, it was like 40 people all of a sudden were in the room at 6 in the morning Pacific time. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so I guess I'm that popular all of a sudden for the first time ever um, on a video at that hour. But you know, I understand that that video obviously triggered people who are fans, and don't forget I was one as well. But I kind of grew out of it. You kind of see someone change and it kind of loses its whatever grip it had on me. But I still respected him as a creator. I still respected him in certain ways, And then once he started building up YouTube people, I fell for it like everyone. I thought it was doing great things, and that was such a nice thing to do. A little bit misleading. I mean, you should add in there, you're going to have to get 4,000 hours too before you even try to make money. Because that's what everyone's trying to do. I've had 4,000 hours for 3 weeks now and 1,000 viewers. Made $0. Because that's not what I'm after. There's a PayPal link in like some of my videos. I don't promote it. There was one video when I first, even just made the PayPal, because I kept on getting emails like, hey, where can I donate? And I'm like, listen, I don't have Patreon. I don't want to, withhold intel from the rest of the group. However, Mafugo actually found a great way to do that, and that's through merchandise. And I think that's a great idea. That way, you're not withholding information, yet the people in your Patreon are getting something of value. So that was actually very well thought out and smart on his part. And I mean that. I'm not being sarcastic and being honest. So, what seemed to be an attack video from me on Math, as it was perceived by many, was not what it seemed. That video was a response to a subtle, yet, direct message right at me. Basically, to sum it up, this is what sucks about on the laptop. I was going to go through all the evidence, show you every little thing, exactly what he said. But, if you have the time, if you just want to click on you don't have to watch it, I'm not trying to get views, just the one about Virginia Beach. And he seems to be confused, like I'm talking about Virginia Beach, but I made myself pretty clear that, first of all, I give him credit on breaking Virginia Beach, which is all I was asking him to do on one of his Seattle videos. Not somewhere else, on Patreon or some stream I don't know about, but on the actual video when you're reporting about Seattle. You should have gave someone in his fam credit. Now, that's all I said. I didn't take it further. That was it. But then he has to leave multiple comments. One in particular is what really bothered me. And that's when you start saying, and listen, I saw this coming a mile away, which is why, like I said in the video like 100 times, I don't want to have to repeat it, but it's the truth. The first time, he got me off the ground floor. The second time I called in, I kind of started to see he was treating me different. And, kind of like he owned my ass type of thing. Cutting me off, kind of like, just acting different. I don't know, like we're matching wits, but I'm just trying to call in to get intel out. And I think I was talking about disinformation. I just kept on getting. But anyways, I'm not going to gripe about that because that's obviously didn't bother me enough for me to do anything like I did this morning. What bothered me is when he says things like, first of all, the perfect, what he tries to build and what he wants people to be is be yourself and, stay at it, make videos every day, don't give up, when you kind of hit that flat line where you're not really growing, it doesn't matter, you just keep making content, and you have to love what you're doing. All of the above match exactly what I'm doing, and Mafugo inspired me. I will repeat that. He inspired me to do this. Okay. Now, with that said, it's one thing to inspire somebody. It's another thing that as soon as they say something as, to me, normal in a journalistic view, as when you do a story on something that especially someone in your fam broke, you give them credit on the video. Preferably the first video. That would make the most sense. But let's say you forget. We all make mistakes. On one of the Seattle videos, He should have given me the credit. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, well, what's the big deal? I mean, I've broken a lot. I've broken 5 stories. The sixth one, people can argue with me about, and that's okay. So I say 5 or 6 stories. Now, um, I got a tip on that story, by the way. And the person who gave me that tip, when I made the video, they got a shout out. I mean, they gave me a tip, a great tip. But I made sure to recognize them because they deserve that. Just like I think I deserve to be recognized in the actual Seattle video. And that's all it was about. Okay? So I'm not at that point going crazy. I just mentioned it because I heard something when he started talking about Virginia Beach, me being a Navy guy. Virginia Beach is that is the largest military presence in the world, especially Navy wise. Norfolk, Virginia, Virginia Beach, Hampton, all that whole area is all military. Most of our ships are out of there. I mean, none of this is classified. This is known. You can look up a ship and see where it's docked, where it comes from. It's almost like if someone had said San Diego, poles went down on Military Way, which was actually similar to one of the names. If you go back on his video, you'll see that one of the streets is actually Military Way. So my only observation at that point about Virginia Beach was to share what I know, and that's Virginia Beach. I've been there so many different times because also down there is Walter Reed Hospital, and I visited 3 different people there, and I've gone there 2 times with a veteran group just to kind of go around and see some of the guys who were in really bad shape. So I've been there 5 times, but that's more like DC. But we're talking about Norfolk. So Virginia Beach, Norfolk, it's like one and the same basically. So my whole point was just to say that I think Maf kind of missed that this is a huge military area. Never say anything negative. I was just adding to his story that I gave him credit for. So now at this point, there's no problem, right? Then he leaves this comment in such a condescending manner, yet subtle, yet not subtle at the same time, because it was extremely direct, and it was basically saying, you can go read it for yourself. I pinned it on my video that's about Virginia Beach, and it's what really got me going. He decides to say, I keep on thinking I'm looking at the laptop instead of here. He decides to say that, how dare you? You owe me. I got you. I got you to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, now this was echoed by many of his followers. So, I'm sure a lot of you, find this to be the right thing to say. I don't. I think it's low. I think it's wrong. You're gonna hold subscribers over my head. You're gonna throw subscribers in my face. I'm sorry. I think that's low. I think that's beneath him. I think that it was extremely distasteful and disrespectful. And so he got the response that he got because of that. And he didn't just stop there. He had to go on and then pretend like kind of stupid and, oh, we're talking about 2 different things here and Virginia Beach. And no, I just spelled it out for you guys. Virginia Beach, I was talking about what I just said. One of the places was named like Military Way or something. When he was scrolling through and you could see the streets where the poles went down. So my point was, I think that this is a counterattack or attack, most likely counterattack. That doesn't mean it's a counterattack in Venezuela, of course, but one of their allies, I don't know, let's say Russia. That's possible. And again, I don't know though. I don't believe in that big of coincidences. Whereas in Seattle, I asked the question, I posed the question because I didn't know. I know that Whidbey Island has some highly sensitive type of stuff that goes on, and I was just wondering, is that close to Seattle? Because I don't know. I just know of Whidbey Island. And so, no, it was nowhere close, someone said, so I found that out. And I don't know, maybe in that part of Seattle, I mean, I'm sure he could tell you more, but I don't know if it's like the financial district. I don't know what it is about that area where that happened. Um, who knows? Who knows? But it was, I mean, at the time when we broke it live, we had a, I forget what they're called, the guys who work on the polls, but he was one of them, and he said, this makes no sense. This could only maybe happen if you had like 100 miles an hour winds. That's the only way it could maybe happen. So, basically, that was the reason for my video this morning. And, you know, I mean, you come at me like that and you attack me like that, you start throwing things in my face like subscribers. You start trying to like belittle me, act like like the number of subscribers you have, measures the man you are. No, I think it's totally different. I just think that the way phone. Are we there? Okay. The way you carry yourself, your consistency, the way you treat people who are less powerful than you, the way you treat people who follow you, things like that represent a man. How you take care of your family. No, I'm not saying he doesn't do a good job with his family. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm getting a call right now. I'm not taking calls yet, but I'll be taking you soon. And I'll be taking you first. I know who that is. All right? Pennsylvania? So, I don't know. Let's just get to calls. We'll get the good. We'll get the bad. We'll get the ugly. We'll get the. And by the way, this is not a live call-in show just to talk about a beef. No, no. I responded to an attack as a veteran, especially with PTSD. When I'm backed into a corner, you know, my teeth come out, and it wasn't a spur of the moment thing. And at the same time, it wasn't at all a planned thing, as you could tell if you watch the video. I mean, you can see that I kind of repeat myself. It wasn't a planned thing. I just knew that I had to stand up for myself, and I wasn't going to let him sit there and hold subscribers over my head, put subscribers in my face, and then at the same time sit there and play stupid like he doesn't know what I'm talking about. All right? So that's as simple as it is. And by the way, I've been getting messages about, oh, my message was deleted. My message was deleted. I just want to say to my mods, please don't delete any messages unless they are racist. Let's stick to that guideline. That's it. No racism. That's it. Everything else, I don't want comments deleted. I don't want live stream deleted. In fact, I think it's pretty telling when you watch that video I made. The first half of it, the way it was just nonstop, just like talking all kinds of crap, and you could tell they didn't even really watch the video or know exactly what was going on, or the way I was treated and why I felt disrespected and why I felt like I had a grievance to air, and I aired my grievance to the family. Maybe I tried to put my Fugal in there so I could get as many as the Mafugal fam, and I expected a lot of backlash. Maybe not as much as I got, but I expected it, and that's fine. I want everyone to have their opinion, and then even for my own people. And I look at it, the likes. It's right now. It's like even people hate it or love it. I don't know. Not love it, but don't mind it so much. Like it, I guess. It's something like 45 likes, 43 dislikes. I mean, I've never had more than one dislike, and that's when I caught someone doing stolen valor on my channel within 2 seconds. So, anyways, I'm gonna open it up. I'm sure things will come up again. I will answer any question you have. My only request is, and like I said, mods, I've been getting all these messages about, why did you delete my message? I've never deleted a message, first of all. Never. Never would. So mods, I'm not saying you guys did anything wrong, of course. I'm just saying, just don't delete messages because then people think I am trying to censor people, and that's exactly what I am against. And I don't want to censor anyone. I don't want to tell any. If people could say the most horrible thing about me, I don't care. Just leave it. In the end, it kind of makes them look stupid anyway. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna open up for calls. Pennsylvania, you're first. Um, my only request is no screaming matches. I want to talk um, about the subject in a just act like an adult. Okay, you can be a little upset. You can raise your voice a little, but just know. And I'm not having an argument match or anybody because trust me, you don't want that either. All right. Ask anyone who watches my show. You don't want that. That's that's my ball game. So I don't want you guys to be at a disadvantage. I'm just kidding. I hope that the calls aren't too bad. So, Pennsylvania, go ahead, or I'll just call you right back. I know this is gonna be difficult. I tried loading twice on the desktop. Of course, as always, at the most opportunistic times, the audio doesn't work. So we're gonna have to do this like three-way style. So Pennsylvania, waiting on you here. I could just call you. Um, I just don't want the stream to end if I try to call you. So Pennsylvania, Khaleesi, I think that was you, right? So please call. Like, look at you already, my fool. Okay, no one call. Like, you're childish. You're just. Why don't you call? Is that unless you're saying it so you'll call? Okay, good. I'll call. All right, good. Call my fool. I'd love to speak to you because you seem to be confused about what it is that I was talking about in my first video initially. Good. Number 7. If someone wants to put the phone number in there. And this is how I do things on the fly. So go ahead. Come on. Yes, call. Who knows, Who knows how this is going to go. It can go one or two ways. So go ahead, call. Someone put the number, please. It's 774-303-5555. And Khaleesi, I know I said you're next, but at first I thought he was kind of being like, oh, no one call, haha. But I'm realizing what he meant. No one call, so he can get in. But I'm waiting. I don't get anything. What's the